The greatest trick that the devil has ever played on people is convincing them that he doesn't exist. This is a re-recording of my intro because when I was editing, it had no sound at all. And I had so many issues during that video, which was ironic because it's about how the enemy attacks you. And so here's the intro with a new microphone. So then you go around living your life thinking he's not there, but he's actually completely messing with you and attacking you on every level. And the analogy that came to me was like a burglar breaking into your house, but they move in and they secretly live there. So while you're sleeping, they're eating your food, they're poisoning your food, they're sabotaging you, they're slashing your tires, they're just messing with you, messing with your house, and you have no idea what's causing all this stuff, right? But it's driving you crazy. But if you were to discover this burglar, you would obviously kick him out and you would make sure that he can't get back in, right? You would put up security cameras, you'd do all kinds of stuff and, secure fence to make sure that he does not come back, or anyone else for that matter. And that's kind of how we have to be with the devil. Number one, we have to acknowledge him and admit that he's real, because you don't have to believe he's real for him to be real. He could be messing with you every day and you're choosing to just say, well, I don't believe that. How does that help you though? It doesn't stop him from actually sabotaging and hurting you just because you choose not to believe in him. So here are ways that he actually messes with you. He whispers thoughts into your head, negative thoughts usually, doubt, depression, anger, lust, fear, suicidal thoughts, false beliefs that you're not good enough, smart enough, worthy enough, lovable enough, temptation towards things that God hates. Lust was one of them. Addictions. The Bible tells us that there is a battle in the spiritual realm. And everything that we see here is a reflection of that. Just imagine this spiritual warfare that's literally happening that we cannot see, but we see the results of it. All this pure evil, God is not creating it. That's the devil creating all this spiritual warfare. And he's using us, humans, to be a part of it. All these people that are going around abusing people, hurting people, they're all being controlled by the devil. And the devil watches you all day long. He knows what you hate. He knows what ticks you off. He knows how to get you off the spiritual path to God. And he'll surround you with people, usually non-believers, who will do his work. He'll surround you with the exact people that you hate. For example, let's say you've always struggled with alcoholism and you're trying to quit alcohol. He'll surround you with people who are always drinking and tempting you. Here, have a drink, have a drink. Let's say you've struggled with sexual immorality or whatever. He'll bring people that to seduce you. Your ex, or someone else, or the addiction that people have online. And you're always going to be like, why does this stuff keep happening to me? Like, I'm trying to be better, but it's not working. Well, this is why. That's why it's so important to acknowledge that it's real, so that then you could do something about it. So when I was in the New Age, and this is something, my microphone's not, I think my microphone died, but anyways, when I was in the New Age, and here's what the devil does, okay? The devil knows that he knows who is and who isn't godly, who isn't walking with God. And for those of us that were not walking with God, he's gonna slip in and be like, oh, here, you can do magic, you can be your own God, you can have your own powers, you can be successful and rich and be happy. And you'll put all these random things in front of you, courses, movies, whatever, people, influencers that will lead you to this path that's going to lead you away from God. And as long as you stay on that path, he's going to keep feeding you money, success, and fame. But the second God starts to pull you and you're like, maybe I should leave all this stuff. Maybe I want God in my life. The second you get closer to not only walking with God, but to actually live God's will. And the Bible tells us that once you accept Jesus, you have the Holy Spirit living inside of you, but also you have spiritual gifts that you are given. And guess who doesn't like that? The devil does not want you walking with God or working for God, doing His will or shining your light, because Jesus tells us in the Bible to shine your light. He says to be the light. How do you be the light? Is to live like Him and to share your spiritual gifts. As soon as you start to do that, the devil starts to attack. You start to doubt yourself. You start thinking you're not good enough, smart enough. People start coming out of nowhere you haven't heard from in a while, sabotaging you. All these, like, your website stops working, your YouTube won't upload, just all this technological stuff that starts going wrong. That is how he attacks. And because we can't see him, we just assume he's not real. So what we have to do is, once you're aware of this, oh, Damien, there is a boat. We can go on a boat ride. Once you're aware of this and you start getting these thoughts, right? Because I've been dealing with that. I start getting like a week or so ago, I recorded a bunch of videos and I was so excited because that's what I felt like God was telling me to do. And then I started meeting all these random people that were so arrogant and making me doubt myself. I was like, oh, they're smarter than me. I shouldn't do this. And I really started to question if I should upload anything. And then I said, well, that's gotta be the devil. He doesn't want me to upload. This is what he wants. So I did it anyways. And now what you need to practice is recognizing when your thoughts are not logical, when they're coming from the enemy, and just pushing through it. Do what God is calling you to do. Shine your light and stay in the Word. Pray, because the attacks are going to keep coming. He doesn't want you leaving. The devil does not want you leaving and working for God. That is all I have. We're going to try and go on a boat ride. Maybe I'll add it here. Bye. Okay, we're
pedaling the wrong way.
We're going on a boat ride.
Yep, this is the correct way to pedal. Oh, this is so weird.
Don't forget to steer.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, this is a good way for you to learn how to drive. You're doing great. Do you want me to pedal too? I didn't come here to work though. I came here to relax. But it's kind of nice because I like bike riding.
Which way are we going?
Let's go hit some walls. Just don't get me wet in that thing right there.
Oh, I'll get you wet.
Oh, this is cool. He said we can bump into walls, so he's probably watching us like, oh, they're really going straight into a wall. Why are we so dumb? Bruh. Oh no. Oh no. You bumped into a wall.
Oh no.
Oh no, we can't drive. Okay.
So mean.
I mean, that was a little fun, I guess. Oh yeah, now we're moving.
My bike is not understanding.
Oh, I'm tired. Let's go back. It's only been 3 minutes. Let's call an Uber. Do they have Uber boats? Jet skis would be so much fun. That's another thing on my bucket list.
And then you can spawn in 30 seconds, so. Why is it going that way? I want to switch the water bike. I feel like
I want to take a nap right
I feel
now.
like a boat pilot right now. Hey, birdie.
Right? Was $12 for the adult and $6 for the kid. So $18 for a boat ride. and we have a whole hour, which we're not gonna last even 30 minutes on
Look, I'm
out
literally
here.
gonna run you over if you don't move. Oh,
Damon, there's a rock. Turn left a little bit.
oh, there goes that guy.
So we just finished our boat ride, and I wanted to share what happened for the first time. It was very, very unexpected, and I've just been like thinking about why this happened. Now I'm gonna show you this lake. It's a pretty big lake. It's just like a giant oval shaped, and we were on a boat ride, and when we came around the fountain, which is kind of like where you make a U-turn, there were two guys that were fishing, and they started throwing their fishing line right at us, and we weren't even close to them. We purposely tried to be far away from the shoreline because we saw there's a lot of people fishing. So the first time they threw it, landed right next to our boat, and we kept trying to go further away from them, right, because we didn't want to be in their way. Then they did it 2 more times, at which point, like, I don't like confrontation, so I just kind of ignored it. But after the 3rd time, I got really angry because I realized that they were purposely doing that. And I even like turned around and yelled, like, what are you doing, kind of thing. And the older one, or the bigger one, there was like a bigger guy and a skinnier guy, looked like he was laughing. So I was like, what is happening? Like, this town, this is a good town, and we've been here so many times, and this has never happened before. So I pulled out my phone and I started recording them, and this camera, this phone has a very super duper zoom lens. So even though at this point we were kind of far away, I was able to zoom in and get both of them on video. As soon as I pulled out my phone I should say, they kind of just stopped, you know? They just weren't like, I think they could tell that I was recording them. And all of a sudden, what do I see? They walked all the way from over here. They walked all the way from here to way over there on the other side. And we were now approaching them, and they looked like they were standing there ready to throw their fish line at us. When I saw them, I said, back up, back up, back up. We backed up. We went back to the boat rental place. And the guy that works there is really nice. And I told him what happened. I said, those guys, I feel like they were just like harassing us and bullying us. And then they came over here, and I said, isn't that weird? He's like, that's never happened before. I said, I know, I don't like, that's so unexpected. And I said, he's like, where were they? I said, like, saying they were way over there, and now they're right here. He goes, that's weird. I was like, yeah, because when you're fishing, you don't move spots generally, as far as I know. Because all the other people that we walked past multiple times, they're still in the same spot. They're fishing in the same spot. And they went over closer to us. And I told them, I felt like they were like harassing us. So I didn't want to stay on the boat. I just wanted to leave. And he was just like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I will go talk to them. And I was like, you know, I don't like confrontation, so I don't want to go talk to them. But they looked like they were teenagers. He's like, I have no problem talking to them. I was like, okay. So he went, and, you know, I don't know if he spoke with them because we left. So the more I was thinking about it, right, I was like, how could this happen? This is the most random thing that could happen. I was like, what would be the purpose of this happening? And I felt like God wanted me to speak about the fact that a lot of us who are out here trying to do God's will, and I'm not trying to say like I'm some special person by no means at all. I'm just saying, like, when those of us who answer God's call to go do whatever, we will get harassed and attacked and bullied. And that is Satan's way of making you stop, right? And someone else has to relate to this. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people are scared to go on YouTube. I've been scared to be on YouTube because I'm scared of people being, you know, harassing me and bullying. I've had actual death threats on social media in the past, and it wasn't for doing God's work, any of that. Just, I'd leave like a random comment, not a hateful comment at all. And there's just psychopaths out there. And they would find me on social media. Like one guy said, it was the stupidest thing. It was, he he just somehow found me on social media, and he was like, I'm gonna come to your house and kill you. And I saw in his profile he actually worked at Pepsi, so I ended up contacting Pepsi, and I sent them screenshots, and I said, does this person work for you? Because what he's threatening me. And I don't know what they did to him, but they thanked me for for letting them know, and that they were going to investigate. I don't know whatever came out of it, but the whole point is, I wanted to bring that up because I missed that earlier. That's another way that Satan attacks you, is through attack, like actual bullying, harassment, anything to bring you down. And that did bring me down. It made me like very sad. It kind of ruined my mood. My son is not bothered by it. He's more like, I don't know why that would happen. He's just like trying to figure out why it would happen. And I'm more like upset, I guess. Like just down, because we didn't do anything to those people, and I just don't see why. But this is how Satan works. He'll take a bunch of teenagers and go, hey, wouldn't it be fun? It's like a whisper, like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if you go throw your fish line at those people who are having fun? And they're probably like, yeah, let's do that. Just, he puts weird ideas in your mind. So I just wanted to bring that up, and that just keep going. Don't let it stop you, because then he's going to win. And we're not serving Satan. We serve God. That's it. This is a really beautiful neighborhood that I've always loved coming to. There's so many trees, and I really want to live in a place where there's a lot of trees, and the houses are really cute. And my dream is to have like a garage where I could keep my bikes, and I could just get on a bike and just ride around the neighborhood. And right now we don't really have that. And I want to have a porch where I could sit and read and drink my morning coffee and then watch the sunset. That's my dream. I mean, some of these houses have the most cutest, coziest porches. Whenever I travel, I always need a porch or a patio or a balcony, because I love to sit on balconies and like read and drink coffee, and I love to watch cars driving by, or people walking around. This neighborhood is like so perfect and clean that it, to me, a lot of times feels like we're in a movie. Just look at that. Look at that cool chair. I'd be in that thing all the time.
Is that the 40th house?
I don't know, but it's so cute.
Like this every house?
I'd be out here all the time. And they have a white picket fence. Look at that. They have a white picket